Calvin, that meeting lasted all day long and it wrapped up around 45 minutes or so, and some ongoing safety issues that are still plaguing Florida schools were discussed.
And so many memories that will live on with this family.
Rapper released Kodak Black. You see, they're bonding out of jail just moments ago after a drug bust lands him behind bars.
Caught in the crossfire was the UPS driver and an innocent motorist who unfortunately lost their lives.
What's believed to be Haitian migrants at this point have been removed from that boat, as you just mentioned there.
Nothing dangerous is carrying over into the neighboring areas. They say so far that this testing shows no toxicity.
And leadership at Miami Police Department tell me the unveiling of that art on that patrol car dovetailed with the release of a new Black History Month badge.
Now underway. In fact, you can see all the debris moved to the side of the roadway right here as power is now also in the process of being restored.
Which is an unsettling thought to Desmond's loved ones.
Because of family history and dense tissue that makes cancer harder to detect, I decided to have my other breast removed as well.
Well, as we've been reporting, 10 people injured in this mass shooting.
And Christy, there is concern in the law enforcement community about this spike of violence towards officers.
Calvin and Nicole, and remarkably, no one was injured in any of this because nearly a dozen shots were fired.
And just moments ago, we want to get you to this breaking news. Chief Justice John Roberts of the Supreme Court issued a temporary extension of Title 42 to...
And Calvin, this afternoon, this is now being labeled a fatal police-involved shooting.
Water's rising 2 feet and washing up everything like this piece of driftwood and debris.
It is very, very breezy, very windy, but as you go inland, as you go to Duval, that it becomes a much different story. It is totally calm out there, but we want to pan over and show you guys.
We're about an hour southwest of Gainesville, and this is an area where the weather is expected to deteriorate over the next few hours.
Present, Miss Gibson showed a driver's license. Miss Gibson signed this warranty deed.
There is good in you that you were not born to live this kind of a life.
With the commission now taking control of the Virginia Key Beach Park Trust, they will have the power to appoint 2 additional members.
The traffic have since reopened here on I-95. Make no mistake, this is still an active investigation.
She says she was just wrapping up her trip and that theft happened while she was just a few feet away.
It's like you had your bag, I had my headphones, man. It was like, enjoy working with you. You showed me a lot, man. I just miss you, dog. I can't even believe it.
Yes, there's so many more people cooking, so many more guests over the house. So today we are taking you behind the scenes underground to show you the work that's already underway to mitigate against any sewer breaks ahead of these Thanksgiving Day celebrations.
The line is 370 feet. I'm already 290 feet. I need you to come in with the hose.
Did you know this mighty mobile camera,
This is not something that I think that you normally would see,
and the technicians operating it
Inspection on the first line. And on the other side.
are working right now
and we want to make sure that all of our pipes are clear
to get thousands of miles of sewer pipes ready for your Thanksgiving Day feast.
Everyone needs to be thankful for these gentlemen, because if it wasn't for them going out there, proactively checking our pipes and then clearing them out from blockages, you could have a very eventful Thanksgiving.
And you are the county's front line of defense to ensuring the holiday doesn't involve a neighborhood-wide stinky situation.
We could potentially have a sewer main break, and that could be wastewater that is breaking and flooding into the streets in the community. If it makes it into a storm drain or a waterway, then it becomes an environmental impact, and nobody wants that.
One big problem.
So this that we're looking at right there,
that's grease.
Hot grease, don't pour it down the drain, because once it gets down here,
it solidifies and then other things connect to it.
Take a look, it congeals. And as it hardens, forming into what resembles cave-like stalactite formation.
So imagine the flow of everybody's house coming, and if that continues to build up.
And more guests will likely mean more flushing. But stick to toilet paper.
That's a wet wipe.
As you can see, wipes,
even if it says flushable, they don't have enough time to break down.
They also result in problematic pipeline blockages.
If you want to be a good neighbor, indeed, then don't flush your wipes and don't put your garbage down the toilet or in the sink for your disposal. Just put it all in the trash can.
So when it comes to that hot grease, what they recommend is to let it cool, pour it in a can, and then throw it away. And I got to tell you, my mom has always told me not to put food scraps in the sink. I mean, from back when I was a kid. that instead to take those scraps even off dinner plates, right, and put them in the trash can, she would say, even if you have a garbage disposal. Well, it turns out Mom, of course, was right. Moms are always correct. That's another item that could lead to these blockages that could happen, which if it happens on your line, your lateral line, then you're financially on the hook for that. But if it impacts that main sewer line, that's when you have those implications to the whole neighborhood. So there you have it. We have more on local10.com. For now, reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.
The victims remain in critical condition at Jackson Memorial Hospital. Local 10's Amy Viteri continues our live team coverage there with what she's learned. Amy.
Well, as we've been reporting, 10 people injured in this mass shooting. As you just said, we have confirmed 4 of those are being treated here at Jackson's Ryder Trauma Center, all of them in critical condition. We have seen loved ones coming and going throughout the day. We've attempted to speak with them. None of them have wanted to speak on camera during this sensitive time.
There were some shots being fired and multiple victims were injured.
Police and fire crews rushed to the mass shooting in Miami Gardens Thursday night. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue confirming 10 people were hurt near this shopping plaza off Northwest 27th Avenue outside the Licking restaurant.
At least 13, 14, 15 gunshots. It's very rapid. It sounded like an assault rifle.
According to the fire department, they found several victims with traumatic injuries. 4 patients drove themselves to get treatment, but rescue crews transported 6 by ground and air rescue to local hospitals. A spokesperson for Jackson Memorial confirmed 4 patients are being treated at Ryder Trauma Center, all of them in critical condition. Friends and family we have seen coming to the hospital Friday told us they did not want to speak on camera.
Some people was running by with blood on their shirt. Some people was crying on the ground asking for help. It's nothing you can do out there. People, I just feel sad for them that they're on the floor crying.
Local rapper Said Mogul said he was at the video shoot for rapper French Montana where someone opened fire and said he was concerned about safety with such a big crowd.
Unfortunately, most of the people got shot and it was not safe.
And Miami-Dade Fire Rescue saying this was a hectic scene. They did encounter, along with those injured at the initial scene, several people hurt at a nearby fire station who had showed up there. Again, 4 people in critical condition here at Jackson Memorial Hospital. At this time, officials have not released the identities of any of those who were injured in this terrible event. We are live in Miami. Amy Viteri, Local 10 News.
It was a chaotic night. Thanks, Amy.
Tonight in honor of a woman found dead in a burning car.
And her killer is still out there. Local 10's Terrell Fournier is live in Hollywood with how the victim is being remembered. Terrell.
Well, people who were close to this female victim tell us that she was pregnant at the time of her death, adding yet another layer to this terrible tragedy. Long Live Jay is what loved ones spelled out with candles Tuesday night at a vigil to remember 25-year-old Jasmine Gilliam.
Out of all of us, this shouldn't have happened to her.
Jasmine had just learned she was pregnant with her first child, say friends, but things took a tragic turn over the weekend when firefighters were called out to Thomas Street and 23rd Avenue in Hollywood on Sunday to douse a burning car. Neighbors snapped these photos of the scene, but the investigation quickly turned into a police homicide case after Jasmine's body was found inside. Jasmine's friends say it was indeed her car. They spent much of the day today at the very spot where their loved one died, placing balloons, flowers, and writing out heartfelt messages about Jasmine.
She was the one that kept us together.
And that same grief carried on into the night, the memorial growing with stuffed animals and more flowers placed on the pavement. The group even releasing balloons into the air, each person holding back tears and writing out more touching messages of love about a friend they'll never get to call again. And even at this late hour, a small group still remains here, just reflecting on the good times. Those friends and the victim's family tell us that they believe they know who did this. They've given that information to police, but the Hollywood Police Department, which is in charge of this investigation, will only say this case very much still remains under investigation. Reporting live from Hollywood tonight, I'm Terrell Fournier, Local 10 News.
He's become the most recognizable civil rights attorney in America, and now a South Florida law school will bear the name of Benjamin Crump.
And there to witness this special honor were some of the families he's fought for, including Tyree Nichols. Local 10's Larry Livingston spoke exclusively with them. He's live in Miami Gardens with why this means so much to so many. Larry.
Point of note, as I understand it, the only other law school in this country named for a black man is actually in my home state of Texas, at Texas Southern University. The Thurgood Marshall School of Law sits. That's an HBCU. That was until today.
3, 2, 1. Did it happen? Congratulations.
An historic unveiling. The St. Thomas University College of Law is now the Benjamin L. Crump College of Law.
And whereas renowned civil rights and personal injury attorney Benjamin L. Crump has been referred to as Black America's Attorney General.
The occasion marked by official proclamations and celebrity congratulations.
Ben has been an absolutely spectacular friend and guide, and that's why it was important for me to be here.
So I am the most blessed man in the face of the earth today.
Crump was surrounded by his family, partners, and friends, but perhaps the most high-profile attendees at today's unveiling, his clients. The deaths of their loved ones have sparked protests, movements, and calls for social justice and reform.
Salute him and let him know that I'm proud of him for the work that he not only did for the Trayvon Martin Foundation, but that he did for so many other families.
You have to come and support good people because we're stronger in numbers, so we all stick together.
And I'm thankful that he's helped our family and that he's continuing to help other families.
Including Tyree Nichols' parents. Last night they attended the President's State of the Union address. Today they told me they would not have passed up on this invitation either.
The value that is taught here will extend out into the public with these new lawyers that's coming. So I'm thinking they will make a change.
It's a blessing to know Mr. Crump. It's a blessing for him to be our lawyer. And it's a blessing to be here for this historic event.
If the law doesn't protect the least of us, then it doesn't protect any of us.
Pretty powerful celebration today, and we also can tell you that the unveiling came with $3.5 million in donations to the law school here, including one from Crump and his firm himself. And school officials say they're already planning a new facility for the law school here to accompany the Crump Center for Social Justice, which was already established here previous to the new naming. We're in Miami Gardens at St. Thomas University. Larry Livingston, Local 10 News.